this year. It is widely supported. For example, this amendment is supported by the Airline Pilots Association and the National Association of Police Organizations. And I ask unanimous consent to introduce letters from those organizations into the record.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. And let me also thank Senators Kirk, Boxer, Durbin, Casey, Menendez, and Schumer for their leadership on this issue. Let me thank our partners in the House for their work, and let me thank Chairman Rockefeller and Ranking Member Hutchinson for considering this amendment. I hope senators from both sides of the aisle will join me in voting for this amendment that will protect our public safety against this new hazard. I thank you, and I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
The senator from West Virginia.
I ask unanimous consent that I be added as a co-sponsor to this amendment.
Without objection.
Mr. President, this is superb. I had some notes here, but the distinguished senator from Rhode Island has exhausted my brilliant notes in his own speech. Just let it be said that it is an extraordinarily dangerous situation. The whole concept of stronger lasers, more carefully targeted lasers from greater distances, being able to do it from behind trees and in hidden places, blinding and probably temporarily at this point, but maybe permanently, as they become really strong or do damage to the eye. When the senator spoke about having to turn over the duties of landing the airplane or taking off the airplane to the co-pilot because of this threat, it just makes me worry that it's going to get worse because it's kind of easy to do. So in essence, it kind of becomes an act of terrorism, not just the problem of safety for the airplane and its passengers and the pilots. But it is a superb amendment. It is my strong feeling that it will pass this body easily and will become law. And the senator from Rhode Island deserves enormous credit for bringing this to the attention of the Congress.
Mr. President.
Senator from Rhode Island.
May I thank the distinguished chairman for his very kind words. Let me thank him for his efforts to support this amendment. His co-sponsorship is extremely important, and I look forward to working with whatever I can bring to get this amendment successfully adopted into the bill and to get the bill successfully passed, and very much appreciate the chairman's distinguished leadership on this. Thank you.
Mr. President, I reluctantly note the absence of a quorum.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Gaga.
Mr. President,
The senator from West Virginia.
is a quorum call in effect?
Yes, it is.
I ask unanimous consent that the order of the quorum call be rescinded.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to a period of morning business with senators permitted to speak for up to 10 minutes each. That would be
Without objection.
on tomorrow. I ask unanimous consent that the Judiciary Committee be discharged from further consideration and the Senate now proceed to S-Res 30.
The clerk will report.
S-Res 30, celebrating February 2nd, 2011 as the 25th anniversary of National Women and Girls in Sports Day.
Is there objection to proceeding to the measure? Without objection, the committee is discharged and the Senate will proceed.
I ask unanimous consent that the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, and the motion to reconsider be laid upon the table.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to the immediate consideration en bloc of the following resolutions which were submitted earlier today: S-Res 36, S-Res 37, S-Res 38, S-Res 39, and S-Res 40.
Without objection, the Senate will proceed en bloc.
And I ask unanimous consent the resolutions be agreed to, the preambles be agreed to, the motions to reconsider be laid upon the table en bloc with no intervening action or debate, and any statements related to the resolution be printed in the record at the appropriate place.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the appointments at the desk appear separately in the record as if made by the chair.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business today, it adjourn until 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, February 3rd. That following the prayer and the pledge, the Journal of Proceedings be approved to date, the morning hour be deemed expired, the time for the two leaders be reserved for their use later in the day, and following any leader remarks, the Senate resume consideration of calendar number 5, S-223, the Federal Aviation Administration Authorization Bill.
Without objection.
Mr. President, Senators should expect roll call votes to occur throughout the day in relation to amendments to the FAA authorization bill. Senators will be notified when any votes are scheduled. If there is no further business to come before the Senate, I ask that it adjourn under the previous order.
The Senate stands adjourned until 9:30 a.m. tomorrow.
The Senate today continued work on a bill reauthorizing federal aviation